Hey, this is Devin.
And I am sick.
Also known as Kevin.
Yes.
This is going to be game number 1 between the University of Maryland and GW, George Washington University.
Yep.
We've got in the 6 o'clock position the Red Terran Sleeper with the GLHF.
Sleeper. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. All right.
And in the 12 o'clock position, we've got the Yellow Terran, No Eggs. We're going to call them No Eggs, it looks like.
Yeah. TBT cross position on Metalopolis.
That'll be interesting.
Yep.
You've always got the very common marine tank battles, you know, all about positioning, but on ladder you're starting to see a lot more bio-tank. You're also starting to see that Korean mech style, and it's always interesting to see which player does what, because you can always say, you know, bio-tank can never do well against marine tank, or mech will always beat marine tank, but you never know when it comes down to TBT.
Yeah, and the fact that it is cross position does mean that we will be able to see more macro-oriented games with possibly more variety.
Yeah, it's a good point there. It's nice to have cross spawns. Looks like Sleeper opting for the wall off while No Eggs deciding not to.
I've always been wondering why they choose to wall off or not.
Well, if you are playing against that mech style actually in TBT, again, it's becoming more common to wall off because of Hellion run-bys.
Oh, I see.
And those are deadly.
And looks like almost identical builds from both players.
Yeah, we've got the standard 12 racks into 13 gas, possibly going for the 15 orbital. Nothing too interesting coming out so far.
Yep, random supply depot placement.
I like that depot.
Oh yeah.
It's a scout depot. It can see just a little bit further than that command center can. It'll catch any scouting overlords.
Yeah. Alright, so nothing too interesting happening right now. We'd like to note that both of these players are fairly high Masters level.
Yep.
Rank 10-ish Masters.
Yeah, they're both really good, and this is actually one of University of Maryland's hardest matches for the season. Same for GW. You know, these are two of the best teams in the league right now.
Yes, well, this is just for our region, I believe.
Yeah, this is, just for East. And CSL has like over 250 schools or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Tech Lab going down on the barracks there. Black Spike coming in.
Yeah, and looks like this SCV won't be getting out of there alive if he micros this correctly. Oh, look at that marine micro.
Ooh.
Takes it out.
SCV.
Very nice.
Nicely done.
Yep.
Anyway, so the Tech Lab going down. This is an early Tech Lab. Possibly indication of Reaper play. Yep, there's the Reaper going down now.
Yes, indeed. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if he expanded right behind that.
And on the other side, a factory. Really fast factory, in fact.
So what do you think this build could possibly be?
I would go for either standard marine tank. He's not getting that second gas yet, so I wouldn't suspect anything Banshee oriented or anything like that. This may be some sort of weird Hellion opening, but I wouldn't be able to tell so far.
Yeah. All right. So expansion is indeed going down. This Reaper is just about to pop out. Interesting to see if Sleeper will spot this.
Oh, Sleeper now getting a command center. That's interesting.
Right.
One racks expand.
Yeah, with a factory. And looks like he's moving this way. Will he be blocking it off again? Probably not.
Starport going down.
Oh, and... Oh, so Sleeper does in fact... Yes, he sees it. Moves the Marines back. Will it be able to get any kills? No, it won't. It will get deterred right away.
The Reaper just runs right away.
Yeah, no kills. And this SCV will... escape with his life.
Ooh, what a sneaky SCV.
Oh yeah. Very good timing there.
Running away from a Reaper. Oh, and look at No Eggs now getting a bunker at his front. He's trying to defend himself, making sure that, with this Reaper, it takes away a lot of production time on that barracks. He won't have as many units as Sleeper. I'm sorry, No Eggs getting a bunker. Sleeper, on the other hand, has more units than No Eggs due to that Reaper harass getting so easily deterred.
And looks like Tech Lab on the factory for siege tanks. What a surprise.
Yep, a little bit supply block there, building a bunch of depots, finishing that wall up at his ramp to prevent any run-bys. Very nice play from both players so far.
Yeah, looks like we're getting a Viking out of this starport with no add-ons and a Hellion instead of tanks for starters.
Looks like either a Scout Viking or maybe just trying to get early production, get that air superiority as fast as possible, going into that later tank battle.
Yeah, second gas going down. As we know in TBT, if both players inevitably go for the siege tanks, whoever has the air superiority will have the wider vision for the siege tanks to shell.
Yeah, see, getting that air superiority is so much fun, especially when you're playing, on Metalopolis. You can run up to the side of the cliffs there, on the bottom of each person's main base and just start shelling the buildings from afar and using the Vikings for vision.
Yep.
You don't even have to waste scans. You can save all of that from mules.
Looks like he's actually getting blue flame as well.
So this looks like a mech style play coming out of Sleeper. No more factories just yet. He just has the one factory making Hellions and taking the expansion at the same time. Meanwhile, Noegg's looking more of a marine tank kind of play, but at the same time, not getting too many units out either. You know, he only has that bunker at the front as well as one more tank on the way.
Yep. Looks like these Hellions might be going for a run by behind the back at the natural.
There's not much, not many SCVs at the natural so far. You know, there weren't too many transferred over.
Yep.
They might just do a good job as scout Hellions. You know, he sees the bunker.
Yeah, looks like he's
getting behind now.
Oh, sneaks right in there. Doesn't get the kill. Tank comes back.
Comes the tank. Oh, loses the Hellion. Is he getting any kills?
Yeah, is he even firing? He's firing at the wrong thing.
He fires at the depot, and the tanks are going to take it out. Ooh.
Yeah, looks like...
one worker killed total for Sleeper. I don't even think it was on that play.
Yep, definitely not. So that was a quick 200 minerals wasted, pretty much.
That's not very good. You don't want to open up like that in TVT, losing Hellions that early.
Yep. And bunker going down, and look at these Vikings on patrol.
Oh, very nice. He does not want to get dropped on, that's for sure.
Yeah. Looks like he is also gonna do the same thing. Maybe.
Yeah, they've got very similar plans in mind right now. Although Sleeper does have control of the Zonoga watchtowers.
Yeah. Such a fan of patrolling units. It's really good though to spot any banshees drops. Harass like that.
Very nicely done, but it looks like both of these players are just going to stay really cautious for now, and that's pretty much it. But not really doing very much right now. It looks like an engineering bay going down for Sleeper, just finished in his main. It's a very interesting choice, because you don't often see that when people go mech. Engineering bay typically used for turrets or for upgrades on infantry, but when you're not really making that much infantry, or when you have plenty of Vikings to keep the air clear, it's not very often you see engineering bays go down.
Yeah, and it looks like he's actually committing a lot to these Hellions, actually pumping it from 2 factors, one with a reactor.
That's very
Getting a Raven too, interesting choice.
Nicely done. The Raven is very good, especially if you get it early. It's good for detection, but also you want that energy to start massing up for those point defense drones that are super helpful later on in the game.
Yep. Looks like both players just scouting around.
Really not much to say so far.
Yeah, he's Noex is gonna be going for his 3rd right here, and wouldn't be surprised to see Sleeper do the same. Scouting racks going out.
The nice scouting barracks, again, you know, very indicative of that mech style, but at the same time, once you lose that, you don't want you can't build any more factories until another barracks goes down. So
yeah, it's true, but they are very meaty scouts, so I believe they should be able to scout this expansion.
There's a lot of tanks on the field for Noegg's, and now getting Banshees too. If we go to the units tab, you can see that, wow, even ahead in the tanks tab, he's got 5 tanks, 2 Sleepers, 1. But Sleeper at the same time with those 13 Hellions. Not really sure what he can do against tanks with all these Hellions, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and looks like Sleeper might be geared to do a fairly strange move out with a bunch of Blue Flame Hellions, a tank, 2 Vikings, a Raven, a floating Rax, and
2 Marines.
2 lone Marines. And Blue Flame Hellions against tanks, not the best choice.
Yeah, this is very interesting. You know, Hellions are light. They don't take as much damage, but at the same time, they do take a lot of damage. Look at them just walking over. They got 2 tanks so far.
Wow, this is a very interesting engagement. Gets one tank sieged up in a pretty critical position.
And a ton of Vikings come in for Noegg's, starting to take out that air superiority. The Raven goes down. Wow.
Yep, it looks like Noegg's actually has more Vikings, so he will be able to have the vision.
But at the same time, Noegg's losing a tank there, just sort of running it into the tank line. He did not want to lose that.
Oh, yeah. Looks
Scan now going down for Sleeper. He sees that there's only 1 tank there. He's going to be able to take it out.
Yeah, with Blue Flame Hellions and landed Viking. Not something you see all the time.
He's completely sacking air superiority just for the units at this point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's lost a lot of units.
Indeed.
Look at that.
And looks like he's going to be reestablishing this command center in a little far back. And still no expansion coming from Sleeper. Looking at the supply, Sleeper is a little more ahead after that engagement.
Yeah.
Pressing his tank line forward as well.
He's taking a lot of damage from these units. You know, Sleeper, great timing, just waiting for them to siege up and then trying to run and gets both of those tanks.
He loses all those Hellions. These Vikings decide to land and try to take out these tanks.
But the tanks on siege, they're not going to get the splash damage, and the Vikings just lift right on back up.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Really nicely placed tanks though. Not sure if they'll be able to hold this off though.
This is great play from Sleeper. This is incredible micro. He has had these 2 tanks for most of this push.
Yeah, look
at the same time, he's taken out 6, 7, 8 tanks from Noeg's, and Noeg's now behind in the supply by about 30. Just from this one small push from Sleeper.
He does lose everything, but the most important thing that Sleeper did succeed in this was denying the expansion for quite some time.
Yep, it's very nice, and oh wow, look at that saturation.
Yeah.
He does want to get that
Crazy
third base
saturation.
up. He knows that he's safe now.
Yes, he does have this
command center just finishes. Yep. Very nice play from Sleeper. Using that
another
attack.
one actually. So he's actually going for a double expand after that aggressive push.
He could try and take the gold. He knows that Noeg's at this point is pinned inside his base. Noeg's trying to throw down more barracks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, if you see an attack full of Hellions coming down your door, you don't want to be going mass Marine. You know, he did get Stimpack, but I think it would be much wiser to try and switch over to Hellions or just stick with tanks and Vikings and find some way to keep the Hellions at a distance. But here we go.
Scan does reveal that Sleeper is taking his third. Probably not too much of a surprise considering that he knows he has
and at the
a
same
little
time,
more map control.
There's really nothing he can do about it. He has no real harassing units. You know, he doesn't have the mobility that the Hellions give a mech player, and he doesn't have drop ships out yet. You know, if he had those drop ships, he could maybe do some drops on various parts of the map. But look at those missile turrets.
Look at this great placement. It's like his perimeter is completely
Sleeper is playing this amazingly. He's just completely cautious, making sure everything he's doing is going correctly.
Looks like another push coming out from Sleeper. Gonna, again, go into this.
Runs into tanks. Ooh.
Might have been a little too fast.
Yeah, losing those. But at the same time, he's pushing towards the center of the map with all